Good morning, everybody. How are you? I'm always happy to be here when I see a nice group of people here. Anyways, hope your week has started off on a good foot and that the rest is going to be a great week for you. All I can say, the month of March, we are here and this is our spring month. So let's hope we get a spring this year. Anyways, today's course, Schedules and Routines of Successful Realtors. I enjoyed working on this course. And I never know with the audience that I have, who is brand new and, who has been in the industry many, many years and, who and where you are all working, what areas of real estate you're working in. So I've tried very hard to break this up into two sections, if you will. I've tried to, build and give you an idea of what a new person should be doing. And don't forget, please, I just want to remind you again on the 22nd and 23rd of this month, March, 22nd and 23rd, I've got the course, the Certified Rising Star. So that is a course for anybody in real estate, but it certainly is a course for the people who are in the business and trying to get their careers off the ground, no matter how long you've been in the business. But it's a great course. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be a 2-day course because it's about 60 slides long, so 2 2-hour days. It might be an hour and a half each day. I'm not sure. I never am sure when I just do a course. But anyway, so today, if you have questions, remember, we'll take your questions at the end of the class. I'm always happy to take questions without question. So let's begin. You know that, and I'm going to turn, by the way, before I forget, let me turn my camera off. Makes the image larger, and I will go full screen. There we are. You know that all of the training programs that we do at HomeLife is geared towards helping our realtors become 5-star professional realtors. That has been HomeLife's mission. It's certainly my mission. And I just want to remind you, the work that we put into these courses are really, really designed to make you the best agents out there. Is it time to reinvent yourself? Let me ask you, have you ever been really busy, but felt like you've accomplished nothing? Oh my God, I've had such a busy day, but what have I really accomplished? Does your day start unsure about what you should be doing today? Are you doing stuff that isn't helping you accomplish your goal? Do you even have goals? Okay. Does your day feel like just one long to-do list? Or worse yet, does your day feel like, I don't know what I should be doing? Okay. So these are just some thoughts that I want you to sort of think about, because I don't care what age you are or how long you've been in the business. It is never too late to reinvent yourself, ever. No question. And I say to real estate agents, one of the most important steps in becoming successful and having schedules and routines is to create your own routine. Very important. The routine, basically your mind, body, and spirit. What I'm referring to there is, from success starts in the mind. How is your mind in the right place? Do you believe in success? Do you want success? Do you think you can achieve success? Because it starts in the mind. If you don't believe it, you can't achieve it. You've heard that a million times, I'm sure. So it's getting your mind in shape and keeping your mind in shape. I've always said one of the hardest things in real estate is to stay motivated and stay positive and to stay on the right track. In my opinion, I still believe it's one of the hardest things in real estate. And what do we mean by body? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm speaking for myself and a lot of my friends right now. I've been, like most of us, locked up because of COVID, not going to exercise. I was exercising 4 times a week, and I'm basically going for walks, but I'm nowhere nearly as my body is nowhere nearly as in good shape as it was, pre-COVID. So, getting in shape and staying in shape is now one of the top things on my list, and going back to rejoin the gym because, things are opening up now for all of us. And of course, the spirit is, what you believe in, your religious feelings and whatnot, being connected with family and, your belief system. So in order to create a routine, you have to make sure that you have a business routine that fits in with your personal life, that your mind is in it, that your heart is in it, that your family is behind you. I mean, it takes work, and it doesn't come quick or easy. This is a quote that I've always loved. It's by Stephen Covey. He's an author and has written many, many New York bestseller books. The key is not to prioritize your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. I've always loved that quote. So I say to real estate agents, one of the most important steps to being successful in real estate is having a routine. I don't know, when you wake up in the morning, I bet you have a routine of how you get dressed, and what you do first thing in the morning, kind of thing. So, you brush your hair first, you get a coffee first, you have a routine. Well, what I'm talking about now is putting into place a business routine that how to get your day started every day from a business point of view, just like your routine that you have every morning, getting dressed, getting ready, getting the kids off to school. If you have little ones at home going to school still, you need a business routine, and that's what we're hoping to help you accomplish. And one thing for sure, real estate demands that you organize your time. It is impossible to be in the top 3% in real estate. If you want to be one of those top real estate agents that are earning the majority of all the money out there, I can guarantee you they are on a routine, and they have a business schedule, and they stick to it like glue. And we're going to talk about those routines today. So very important to look at your time, because the only thing you can't get back in life is time. Once today is gone, it's gone. It's gone forever. And each hour that you miss in every day is an hour you'll never get back in your life, as we know. So the first thing I say, know your neighborhood and know your role as a real estate agent inside and out. In other words, do you have an area that you are, you've heard me say it 1,000 times, niching? Are you working a specific segment of the real estate market? And you should be. If you get asked a question, if you're working a geographic area, for example, anywhere it is, it doesn't matter to me. But if you're working a geographic area, and if you get asked a question about a street, you should know the answer with what's on the market, what recently sold, and overall the status of the neighborhood as it relates to the market. In other words, if you're working Markham, or you're working Thornhill or Richmond Hill, and you work a particular area in there, I work Glen Abbey, Oakville, then if someone says to you, what's happening on this street on Windrush in Glen Abbey, you should be able to tell them. If that's how much knowledge you have to have about your area. So that's why it's so important that a part of your day is spent to educate yourself and be on top of what's happening. If someone suggests a certain neighborhood and area, be prepared to automatically come up with suggestions right off the top of your head. So if someone says, I've been thinking about moving to Etobicoke, you should know enough. If you work the Mississauga area and the Oakville area and the Burlington area, and someone says, I've been thinking about moving to Etobicoke, you need to be able to talk about, are you talking about North Etobicoke? Are you talking about South Etobicoke? Are you talking north of Bloor? Are you talking south of Bloor? You need to be able to talk about the neighborhood, be prepared to automatically from the top of your head. Now, if you're brand new in the business, obviously that's not possible right now. So that's why I say one of the most important things is to find the area that you're going to work in, the area of real estate, and then start researching. Go to Wikipedia and start, typing in the neighborhoods in Etobicoke, in Mississauga, in Markham, in Burlington, wherever it is that you're working. Start typing the neighborhoods in, go to Wikipedia, start learning about it. I remember when I moved to Florida, I bought a house in Florida there in 2017. And when I did, I got my Florida real estate license. And I remember one of the first things that happened because I got my real estate license there and I registered with a broker there. And I can remember when I did my first open house, because I did open houses there for a while. One of the first things, I was new to Florida. I didn't know the neighborhoods, but they wanted to know who the developer was, who the builder was, who the architect was. Like, they were very into that there. And boy, did my newness shine through. So I had to try to work really hard to get to learn all of that. Believe me, the more you learn, the more, that's why I say go to Wikipedia and start studying up and get to very familiar. Also make sure that you are analyzing your Market Watch report from the Toronto Real Estate Board. Go online, look for home prices across the city, where they are, the days on market. Know your numbers. This is a big part of owning your specific market. If not the biggest, is to really know it and know it off the top of your head. And that's why I say it takes time to do that. But every day there has to be a time that you commit from this time to that time to get to know the area, get to know the types of homes that are in the area, who the builder was, who the architects were, what is the area going up in value? Well, all areas are, but is it changing with the type of people that are moving in? So really research. It's only going to make you better. Remember what your goal is. Remember why you come into the office every single day. Right here. This is it. This is why you come in every single day. I don't care what business you're in. Doesn't have to be real estate. Doesn't matter what business you're in. Whether you're in retail, whether you own a grocery store, doesn't matter. It's all about building a clientele and building that clientele every day. So it's getting out there, getting your name out there, getting your face out there, getting your content out there, getting people to know who you are. That is what your job is. And it means that prospecting, by the way, does not today mean only picking up the phone and cold calling and door knocking. That is not what prospecting is all about today. It is vastly different than when I was in the business. So, but it's about building your clientele and knowing all the different ways that you can get leads, because it's about getting leads and then nurturing those leads and nurturing those leads and nurturing those leads to turn them into relationships that will eventually become a listing or a buyer. Now, this is a top real estate agent checklist, daily checklist. This is not a brand new agent. I want you to understand, top agents, they have a team, most of them. Almost all of them today, the real top ones, have teams. And I can assure you, this is what their business looks like every day. They spend at least 4 hours every day. Not the team lead. I'm writing a course right now, by the way. I'm already 20 slides into it. It'll be an April course, and it's about team lead and mentoring. Great course. I'm really excited about it. That'll be in April. But these team leaders, they have 4 hours every day of prospecting. They're generating leads in many different ways. They have a blog. They have a website. They have their social media. They're posting on their blog. And remember, they have people, they've hired people to do a lot of this, but I want to make sure you understand what encompasses a top real estate agent's life and day. So they're posting on their blog, they're monitoring, adding content to their website, social media 2 times a day minimum. They're following up with clients. They have their clients categorized in, the really hot leads. We'll look at that. They're showing homes usually 3 times a week. They've got buyers agents helping with this, of course. They know the market numbers that I was talking about, the days on market, the average list price to sale price ratio, are prices up, are they down, where are they? They know what's newly listed. They know what has just come out online. They know if there's 1 or 2 for sale by owners in the areas that they work. They know where they are. They're checking and replying to messages quickly. They're generating content on a regular basis for all of their online areas, their blog, their website, their social media. They're usually on offer presentations a couple times a week. They're on listing presentations 3 times a week. They check and monitor their closings, their planning, their online and offline marketing all the time. These are the kinds of things that a realtor that is in that top 2 to 3% in the industry is doing on a regular basis. So I ask you to think about your day, what you're doing, what you're not doing, how much of it are you doing? Are you organized? Because let me tell you, you cannot get to the top without having a plan, without being organized, and without having a routine. And that's what this course is all about today, of course, is exactly that. So top agents, as I said, they hire help. They have help to help them prospect and generate leads. They purchase leads online. Okay, so their job, these top agents, the team leader, if you will, his or her job is to make sure the leads are coming in. They're coming in. And then they have people who are following up on those leads, working to convert those leads. They have buyer consultation appointments. They have buyer agents showing homes. They're managing their website and their social media. They have administrators to handle transactions. They have marketing managers, SEO people, content writers. I want you to understand the industry has changed. And you have to understand that as a new person, if you're brand new, this is going to seem way out of reach in some ways. All I want you to understand is, we all started brand new, and you have to have a plan. Are you only trying to make, $100,000 a year, and you don't want to build a team where you're getting all kinds of business coming in on a regular basis so you don't have to work anymore? What is it that you're trying to do? What path do you see your business taking? What path do you want to be on? Because you don't have to become one of the top 3% if that's not what you want to do. But I'm saying to you, if that's what you want, if that is your goal, understand that you got to put these, understand what these people are doing and how they're getting there. They have administration, and their administrators' responsibility are to build and maintain the office system. They handle the marketing that comes in. When the emails come in, they're the ones that look at the emails. And if they have a team in place, they're the ones who filter out a lot of where the emails are going. They keep and make sure that all of their marketing is brand, because these large teams, these top agents, they don't just use the HomeLife brand and the new materials, but they also have created their own brand around the HomeLife brand. And so it's about brand management, making sure the website and the emails and the direct mail that's going out, and their social media, their banners and their flyers, and everything is branded, because that is part of what's going to get you there, having people recognize you. They work to process the transactions. Their job is to help build, understand. Their job is to maintain the database, help build it, and maintain it. As I said, they filter all incoming emails. They sort and distribute both email and any mail that comes in. They manage the storage for the team documents. They make sure that, all of the files, all of the documents are where they're supposed to be. They help manage the budget. They create reports so that the team leader knows how many leads came in from source A, from source B, these are the kinds of things that a good administrator is going to help. You have to treat real estate today as a business and, manage the lead sources, as I was saying, and reports on the production. We made 2 sales from here this month. We made 5 sales from here, and so on. So the team lead and the leader knows exactly where their transactions are coming from. They create a marketing calendar. The month of March, here we are with the month of March. What are we going to do this month in terms of marketing? What emails are going to go out on what days? Are there flyers going out? Are we doing any, landing pages? Are we adding content to the website? What are we doing on social media? So they plan their month in advance. So they already know what they're doing. As a matter of fact, I am working on also this month, in the next week or so, I have to find out what courses am I going to teach in April, May, and June. So I do my planning by the quarter. Not only do I have to plan what I want to teach, but I have to write the material. So it's both. So I say to you, we all have our own systems that we have to create for our own ability to be able to manage the work that we have. So start planning, start looking. And even in the beginning, if you don't have much, you don't know what to put in there, put something in there. Start planning, because I'm telling you, when you start doing this, you'll see. And I call it the M's of marketing. What do I mean by the M's of marketing? Well, first of all, the messages. What are the messages do you want to say? Now, remember, social media does not have to be a lot of wording. It can be a photo with one sentence. It can be just a sentence with no photo. It can be a paragraph. What messages do you want? So it's a matter of building a database of messages and a database of social media materials. We're working on that at HomeLife right now as we speak. We're building that so that you can come into the resource area where you'll be able to have those messages and images available that you could just click and send out. The method. Are you going to send it through social? Are you going to send it through email? Are you going to send it through direct mail? What method are you going to use to get your message out? Okay. And then you want to match it to the marketplace. What's happening right now in our marketplace? What's changing? What's new? Well, we certainly know all the talk about interest rates, and we certainly know how the prices have skyrocketed over the last years. But we are also hearing a sign of the market slowing down, of things possibly changing. I still believe we're going to have a healthy market this year, but we always have to be prepared for when it's not, when the market does shift. So it's about knowing how to be able to make an offer and how to be able to convince somebody to make an offer. And it's, when I say make an offer, I don't just mean an offer to purchase a house, but when you're doing your social media, is there an offer that you can offer there? We talked about this in my digital courses. We're going out and finding, a lot of restaurants are opening up again, full capacity, and they're looking for business. What a great opportunity to go out to some of these restaurants and say, look, I've got a real estate newsletter and I market right in your backyard here. I'd like to market your restaurant. I won't charge you for that, but will you give a little coupon of 10% off or a free dessert if they hand you one of my flyers, kind of thing, that you put out, your newsletter kind of thing. So look for creative ways to make your messages valuable to the people receiving them. There's a reason they want to keep it. and of course, you're looking to market online and offline. You've got to look at all avenues to market today. So that's what I'm referring to when I say the M's of marketing. And, today, as you've heard me say forever and ever, I'm always saying this, consistently getting content. If you don't create it yourself, you've got to have people creating it for you. You've got to find the content and find somebody that can, if you're given content from lawyers and title people and home inspectors and all the different affiliates in our industry that are well prepared to give you content, as well as, CMHC, as well as, Ontario Real Estate Association, and all the content that's on Toronto Real Estate Board website for the public, all that content, they're happy if you use it and put it on your website. They give you permission to do that, so long as you quote the source and the date that the article that you're using. But remember, you also need your own content. So you should always be building a database of content, that you have a file on your desktop that's related to content, social media content, website content, blog content. Sorry, taking a drink. This does not mean selling yourself. In other words, content about how great you are. Instead, you want to show readers and viewers your knowledge of the industry, your knowledge of what's going on in the marketplace. And you want to be posting that on your social media, your blog, your website. Show readers your knowledge of the real estate and mortgage industry, credit issues, interior design, local area topics. Prove to your audience that you're an expert in the area and that you're going to provide them valuable information that they want to receive and are going to be happy to see your stuff come in. Now, if you're a new realtor, here's what I want you to see. And what I mean by a new realtor, I mean, it doesn't mean you just got licensed a month ago. I mean, a new realtor that still hasn't got their business on track, okay? You should be prospecting 2 to 4 hours, and I'm going to give you a schedule also today, but you should be prospecting 2 to 4 hours a day. Now, remember, prospecting is a whole variety of things that we're going to look at, but you need to spend, as a new person, the number one priority that you have always, but especially when you're new, is to generate leads, to get databases of people who are thinking of buying. Now, remember, there's what I call the now business. Now business is, if you're cold calling and door knocking, you are going to get leads much quicker, much faster than doing it through social. That doesn't mean you don't do social. Yes, you do social. What I'm saying to you is, if you want to get business faster, the best way to do that is to get on the phone with people that you know and people that have referred to you, some of your, your sphere of influence kind of thing. Try to generate leads that way. That's going to happen a lot quicker. But the number one priority you have to have in your mind each day is prospecting in a variety of ways, all kinds of ways, and try new methods, because real estate is a business of hunting. And you're hunting for customers and you're hunting for leads. Generating, as I was saying just a moment ago, originating content. That's also a big part of what you have to do, because you got to get your social media going. You got to get your website content going. So you've got a lot to do when you're a new agent. You need to learn how to deliver a great presentation. You need to know, when I sit across the table, with a potential buyer or a potential seller, if you've taken my certified listing professional and certified buyer professional course, you've got a listing presentation. You've got a buyer presentation. You can change it. You can tweak it. You can add some of your own content if you don't like what I've given you, but at least you've got your starting point. And you can watch my video again and again. And, because I do an example of how you presented. As a matter of fact, in the month of March 15th, I'm doing the certified listing professional course again. So if you have not taken that course, please take it, because I'm going to give you the listing presentation and I demonstrate it to show you how you should be presenting it more or less online, either online or across the table, however you're doing your presentations. Create a why use me list. And my listing professional course has that already in it. Why should choose you. And content, for, as I said, for social media, your website, create systems. We're going to look at that and make sure that your systems are written down so that you've got your system in place, so that if you hire someone, an administrator at some point down the road, they know how to, once you get a listing, the procedure that has to go in place. First thing we do this, second, third kind of thing. So you got to put your systems in place and make sure you have them written down, and find your affiliates. Talk to other real estate agents. Who are they using as lawyers? Who are they using as mortgage people? Who are they using as photographers? Get your people in place. Interview them, call them. You gotta know that you have confidence in these people. And what about the contract? I can tell you that I've been out on a listing presentation a few times, and many times in my lifetime, talking not that long ago. And the number one problem I saw was, this person's ability to be able to explain the listing contract was not great. And I told him that, as a matter of fact. I told them that. I said, you got to be able to explain the listing contract and all the different documents that they need to sign, like the key situation, giving you permission, all of these different things. You need to be able to what this is for and explain it in simple terms. So you need to know how to do that. You need to know how to explain the purchase contract. You need to be constantly staying up to date. That's why I appreciate all of you being here, because that shows me you want to stay up to date. I appreciate you being here. Keep detailed notes. You need to be organized. Your buyers, your sellers, you need to be organized. You need to have a contact relationship management system, and you need to keep detailed notes. Each client has different needs, different wants, different deadlines. Storing it in, like I've seen real estate people, in their desks, they have file folders and little sticky notes all over the place. No. You want a system. And there's all kinds of great systems out there, contact relationship systems that'll manage all of your clients, that'll manage your marketing, that'll manage your follow-up, that'll manage what messages you want to send out. There's some great systems in place. You don't need to create this. You just need to find the one you're going to use and use it religiously. Always. I don't care if you're only putting one customer in there today. You put that one customer in and you ask as many questions as you can about that person when you're talking to them, so that you can have their address, their phone number, how long they've lived there, their family. Ask as much as you can, so that you can have good information about who they are, and easy access so that you can effectively communicate quickly, follow up, and all of that. Sales are all recorded in there. There's systems that are out there today that'll manage all of that for you. You don't need to create it. As I say, practice and role play. Once, if you've got your own listing presentation, or if you're using my listing presentation, you should open that up on your laptop and you should look at the slide and say, what am I going to say to this slide? What am I going to say on this slide? And practice it every day, for even if it's only 10 or 15 minutes, but you open it up and you look at it, you read it aloud. And what am I going to say in addition to what it says there? Okay. Because that is going to help you when you sit across the table from a client, make your conversation, the things you say, smooth, easy, comes out of your mouth without thinking, without the ums and ahs and all of this. It's just going to flow, but that takes practice. It's one of the first things when I was brand new in the business. I had a really great manager who was broker of record. It was a small office, only 6 of us. But he really believed in training. And I believe today I'm a trainer because he was such a good trainer. And he always said, practice, drill, rehearse. Gabrielle, practice, drill, rehearse. That's what you got to do with your calls that you're going to make. Before you make them, what are you going to say? Practice, drill, rehearse. I say the same. Role play your listing and buyer presentation. Know what objections you have the hardest time with and learn for ways to handle it. If there's 1 or 2 or 3 different objections, I don't want to pay 5% commission. Well, go online and go to YouTube and type in, real estate handling objections and start listening to what other realtors say. And that's why I say a part of every day when you're new, learning should take a huge part of your day. There should not, if you're brand new, I've got 180 courses there. There shouldn't be a day go by where you're not taking a course because it's going to help you. No question it's going to help you. And on social, go to YouTube, as I say, all kinds of other pros that'll help you. Fully utilize social media. As I say, you got to understand today and forever, this is where the world is. I mean, it's about social. So a huge part of your online presence is fully utilizing the different social media. I always say as a realtor, the first place you got to have is YouTube. The second I would make sure you have is LinkedIn. And those are the first 2, in my opinion. Very first 2 is LinkedIn and YouTube. And then you can go to Instagram. And in my opinion, Facebook would be one of the latter ones that I would have. Facebook is not what it used to be anymore. Yes, you still have billions of people using it, no question. But I'll be honest with you, from a real estate point of view, LinkedIn, if you know how to use it and using it well, and YouTube, you can do so much with that because YouTube is owned by Google, and Google is your search engine. You can do pay-per-click, you can do YouTube ads. I mean, those are the 2. You should be posting 2 times a day. There are automated services and platforms. Hootsuite is one place where you can manage all of your social media in one spot. So you have your marketing calendar for March, and what posts do you want to say? You want to do a business post. You want to do a post on what's happening on mortgages. So you plan out, you want to do a post with, a lawyer that you have had an interview with, and would he be prepared to let you, to use some of his material? Would he be prepared to let you audio tape or videotape him? I mean, these are things you have to try, okay? And Hootsuite and Loomly are 2. There's others. There's lots of them where you can actually plan your whole social media campaigns, and they even will do it for you if you wanted to as well, okay? Don't hesitate to share some personal details on your business page. You want people to get to know that you're married, you have a couple of kids, you got one in high school, your little daughter is a soccer player, this kind of stuff. Make sure you are giving away get people to know you. In real estate, it's nearly impossible to maintain a separate personal and professional life. It's not. If you're planning it, there is no reason. Real estate does not have to be a 12, 18 hour a day job. Anybody who says you work real estate 12 to 16 hours a day, the top people in the industry are not working those kinds of hours. I can tell you. You can and must maintain a social family life as well. And social media counters are a giant part, and they can really help your brand thrive. So you really got to fully embrace social and, have insight into the mortgage business. Meet with your mortgage people, at least a couple times a month. What's going on. Talk to them every week. Whenever you hear things happening, you should be on the phone with them. And like I say, you should have more than one. Post what's happening about the mortgage market online. Get their help with this so that you have good, up-to-date information always on your website. And of course, the website that you use of income, we have links to mortgage calculators built right in, amortization schedules built right in, your tax, if they're buying a property, the tax implications, no matter what province they're buying, and all of that is part of the website. Comes a mortgage application is on there. All of that comes with the Income Real Estate website. But your job is to make sure that you're meeting with these mortgage people so you know what's going on. So here it is, you're either working and planning for success or you're planning to fail. Either way, you're planning it, okay? So if you're not using a daily planner, and I use this one to show you, there's all kinds of them that you can have online. There's millions of them that are free. You can buy them as well. They're very good apps. You can also manage them from your CRM, which gives you day planning as well. But the most important thing is to make sure that you're scheduling, because absolutely critical to succeeding is doing that. So here we are, daily routine of top professionals. This is showing you from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. They wake up and get their day started. Successful agents wake up early, get their day off on the right foot. They do what it takes to make sure their day off starts with energy and minimal stress. They might even do 20 minutes of some yoga or something that's going to help them calm their mind so they're not all stressed out. They work out. As I say, I used to work out 4 times a week before all this COVID. I got to get back to that. But I worked out every day, and it was first thing in the morning. They eat a healthy breakfast. They meditate. As I was saying, take 10 minutes, 15 minutes just to quieten your mind, as I say, real estate parents, I know you're getting kids ready during that time and off to school. From 8 to 11 is your lead generation time. And when you plan your routine, you have to stick to it. You cannot change it. Well, today I'm going to do it, tomorrow I'm not. And, I'm not going to do it from 8 to 11. I'm going to try do it in the afternoon instead. Listen, whatever time you choose, you have to stick to it like glue. There's no way you can change. Okay. So from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., that's lead generation time. Take these 3 hours in the morning, make this a routine because it's crucial. Generating leads and prospecting, prime time, arranging appointments, knock on doors in the neighborhood, call hot leads in your pipeline, do some pay-per-click, write some good advertising for your social media, post some social media, but these 3 hours are lead generation, and they're all different types of lead generation. From 11 to 12 is what we call a brain break or you time, an hour-long slot. Have a power lunch with a great real estate agent, with that mortgage broker, as I was saying, with the home inspector, with the lawyer. Do some affiliate partnering, take an hour power lunch and see what you can do to try and boost your spirits, boost somebody else's spirits, or, go for a walk. It's your time. This 1 hour is your time. Now, from 12 to 4 p.m., appointments, meetings, and prospecting. Again, afternoons should revolve around listing presentations. This is where you have a listing appointment on Thursday afternoon. So this could be a time where you're arranging some of your listing presentation on Toronto Real Estate Board, getting your listings, your comparables in place and so on, touring properties that you might be showing, calling some contractors like home inspectors and whatnot, preparing that market analysis, as I was saying. If you don't have meetings or appointments, use this time to do more prospecting. Again, more prospecting does not have to mean cold calling, but you should be doing some calling in there. Remember, even if you're calling some old clients and just picking up the phone and saying, hey, how's the new house going? Anything like that. But it's got to be spent talking to people with the goal of being able to maybe get a referral or maybe get a new lead, and adding new business into your contact management system. 4 to 5 email messages, social media again, return your messages, answer posts, create new posts, tie up loose ends. 5 to 7 is your family time, you time for those of you that are single and don't have a family, but your dinner time and family time. And if you're going out on listing appointments or offer presentations, a lot of times that's done in the evening. So this is going to give you an idea of how to create your daily routine, and you want to try and stick to it at all possible. Remember, success, keep trying, try again, try harder, just try, don't stop. Success is a decision, folks. It is a decision. That's all it is. And don't forget it, okay? Create your own to-do list. What do I mean by a to-do list? A to-do list is like, what is urgent? Items that need to get done as soon as possible. Certifying checks, making sure you get your amendments and waivers signed, all of those kinds of things. Getting a signature on the offer, getting a signature on the listing. Urgent, okay? Active deals that you're working on, again, that would be also up there as urgent, okay? Your hot list, people looking to buy or sell in 90 days or less. That's considered a hot lead, 90 days or less. A warm lead, looking to buy or sell call me next year, okay? In 90 days or more. Annual evaluations for the week. My goal was always, when I was farming an area, I wanted to do an evaluation for every homeowner in my area that I service. Now, I never ever accomplished that, but I wanted every single person in the area, these 2,000 homes that I farm, I wanted to do an evaluation, whether they wanted to sell or not. I wanted to meet them. I wanted to give them an opportunity to get to know me, to get to know, the quality of my business practice. If you hire me, these are the services you will get if you ever decide to sell. Maybe you don't want to, but maybe your daughter does, or your sister does, kind of thing. So you should know every week, this is an appointment I'm doing on Tuesday. This one I'm doing on Wednesday. This one I'm doing on Thursday. And so have your annual evaluations that that you're going to work on that week, okay? And important, not urgent. These are items, I really need to get this done, but it's not of urgency, okay? You'll put it on your list, and if you get to it, great. If you don't, it's no big deal, okay? You'll put it off for the next day. But don't just ignore it. Write it down, even if you don't get time to do it. Urgent, not important stuff that just needs to get done. And so keep putting it into your calendar, but it's not a priority. Just keep putting it on. So there, I hope I've given you an idea of how your day should be going, the things that you should be doing. Let me just get us back. Oh my goodness, we had a nice turnout today. Thank you all for being here. I hope I've inspired you, given you some reason to look at your day and understand it takes time, but you know what? You'll get there. I know you can get there. I know. I have confidence. You're here. That tells me you want to do it. So I'm so excited. I love you guys. Let me see what questions we have, if we have any. And here, I have no sound. Fabian, I hope you ended up, getting sound. I really hope that you do. One of the things, by the way, that I discovered about the sound issue, if you have not updated your, if you have not turned your computer off completely, I'm assuming that you're on a laptop or a desktop, not a cell phone watching it. You could be on a cell phone, but if you're on a desktop or a laptop and you haven't, I leave my desktop on all the time, but every day I turn it off and reload it, because if you've got some updates that are not installed, that can affect your sound, Fabian, if that is. Anyways, I don't see any other questions. I appreciate your emojis. I love to see those. Thank you all very, very much. Don't forget, our next schedule is, our next date is March 15th. Which is the Certified Listing Professional course. Let me just double check to make sure that I'm not incorrect, because sometimes I am. That's right. March 15th is the Listing Professional course. And don't forget the 22nd and 23rd, the Rising Star. That is a great course. I spent a lot of time on that. Have a great week, guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.